When we view golf in the overall sporting landscape, we understand that golf is a very closed skill sport. Now let me understand the difference between closed skill and open skill. A closed skill is you and the object with very little outside interference. This ball isn't moving, there's no other players coming to tackle me, and to a certain extent there's no clock to time me out. Now an open skill would be more similar to a game of soccer or a game of tennis, where the ball is moving, the other players are moving, and I've got to make a certain action within a certain time frame to deliver that skill successfully. So that would be an open skill game, which to a lot of the extent is slightly more difficult to do than what should be a closed skill sport. Now you would expect therefore that golf's going to be the easiest game in the world because it's me, a golf ball, nothing's moving, I've got all the time in the world and no one's going to come and tackle me for this golf ball. But we know as golfers, if you've been down to the driving range, that golf is not the easiest game in the world. You might hit the ball a couple of times straight down the middle, sweet as a nut, and think, right, perfect, I've cracked it. And then the next two shots go sideways into the barrier at the driving range, and you realise that golf is a very tough game. What happened there? I was standing in the same place, the ball didn't move, nobody came to tackle me. Why did something go drastically wrong? And often that's because you as a golfer are not overly consistent with the way you address the golf ball. We need to get you standing to the golf ball in exactly the same position every time, with exactly the same grip every single time, trying to make exactly the same movements every single time to produce the same result every single time. If a golfer is a good golfer, they will often be consistent, the ball doing the same thing each time. If I can do the same thing each time with my setup, I should be a more consistent player. If I make small adjustments to my setup, maybe I stand an inch closer to the ball, doesn't feel like a big difference to me, but an inch closer to the golf ball, when I come down and swing down, I'm going to deliver that ball to the heel of the golf club. That's going to shoot off sideways into the bay divider. That's going to be a very inconsistent swing. Likewise, an inch further away, I hit the ball from the toe end, similar shot, out to the right, not so far, not such a good strike, very inconsistent. So this next series of videos focuses all around your setup and how you can address the ball in a consistent fashion every single time, with the aim that the golf swing delivers a more consistent swing because the setup was perfect every time.